Welcome to a word of hope for Saturday of the 16th week in Ordinary Time. My name is Father Brian Walker. It's very interesting, the gospel reading that we have today that comes to us from St. Matthew. We hear about a man, a landowner, who is instructing his servants to go out and plant wheat, and he's looking forward to a bountiful harvest. Then he goes away, and when he comes back, all of a sudden, the servants come up and they say, "Didn't you plant good seed? Why is it that there's all this weed growing up with the wheat?" And he said, "Well, somebody has done this." And then they want to know about whether we should rip out the weeds or not. No, you'll rip out the wheat as well. And so he just tells them to leave it, and then later we'll take care of it. Some ways we always want to do that. We will always want to make sure that we get the good stuff and not the bad stuff. And we do our best to handle it. It made me think of two young women that I know. They'd gone to college together. And after coming back to their prospective homes, they wanted to visit one another. And so the one invites the other, and the one girl's mother says, "Well, where does she live?" And she says, "Well, she lives in a neighborhood, well, she's black." And she said, "Oh, where does she live?" And then she says, she tells her where, and her mother says, "You cannot go over there. That is a rough neighborhood. I've got to protect my child, so I'm sorry, you can't go over there." And so she reluctantly calls her friend and she says, "I'm sorry, my mom won't let me go because of where you live." And so the friend says, "Well, where do you live? I'll go over and visit you." And she says, "Well, I live in a Puerto Rican neighborhood on the north side." She said, "Oh my God, I can't go over there. My mom won't let me go there because it's so rough over there." We always think that we're protecting our own, but we also find out that not every place is safe. Not every place. We think about the places that we've heard on the news lately. We never thought that in the nice, rich suburb of Highland Park in Chicago that we would have a mass shooting. We never thought that in a nice place such as Indiana that we would hear about a mass shooting. We never thought that going to the grocery store in Buffalo, New York could lead to a mass shooting. No place is safe, and we always try and protect our own, and we think that keeping them away from the other will make a difference. But the landowner is wise, and it's not so much making sure that we keep them one from the other, but we let them grow together to see the mistakes that they made along the way, and hopefully they will learn one from another, and that things will be better. My sisters and brothers, let us take our cue from the landowner. He knows that it's not so much in separating, but in coming together that we can truly weed out what needs to be weeded out.